Is it physically uncomfortable being obese? My weight has gone up and down my entire life. From fit to obese. I currently weigh more than I ever have in my life. Because my body was forgiving for my shitty lifestyle for the first 25 years of my life. I was fit without eating right or exercising. I was hyper and burned energy like mad. To anyone reading this, it is easier to keep the weight off if you never gain it. If you're young and have a rocking body, get used to eating right and working out now. Then it will be easier to maintain this outlook for the rest of your life. You'll have the tools you need to keep it off. Being obese is lonely and uncomfortable all the time. I sleep like shit. The office chair doesn't support me as well as it used to. I can't go to any old store to get clothes, because I have just passed the point where they don't have my sizes. I worry about prematurely dying more than an average person does. I'm shocked by what I see in the mirror. I spend too much on food. And it's embarrassing when I decide to add ice cream to my groceries because people will see a fat guy buying ice cream. It's gotten hard to get in and out of my car. Note: I was a cashier in a supermarket as a teen. I know 99% of the time cashiers don't give a shit about what you buy as long as it scans. I'm talking about other customers, who also probably don't notice. But I'm embarrassed anyway. I don't look obese, but I am. It's pretty uncomfortable. I used to be quite fat since I was born up until 25 yo. Then I lost a lot of weight. So I can compare. It sucked immensely. I was mobile enough. Wasn't really much limited in my movements. I liked sports. But I liked pizza and beer more. However, I'd run out of breath really quick. I didn't feel that I have a lot extra weight while moving. But the extra 30 to 40 kilograms would take tax on my cardio. It also was always hot to me. I was sweating all the time, which was both wet and just plainly disgusting. Whereas I support idea of not fat shaming people. The level some vocal minorities are trying to push it to is infuriating and irresponsible. Please take care of yourself. Being obese is not healthy. Do sports. Lift heavy objects. Eat healthy. I had gained a lot of weight in the past years to the point that I was obese based on BMI. But went back to a normal BMI just recently. I'm wearing the same clothes as before, and I must say, I still remember how my clothes fit back then. I would have to adjust my sleeves every so often because my arms were big. And I felt bloated even after a light meal. I also remember breathing heavily even when I was just sitting and doing nothing. It was very uncomfortable. And physically taxing, really. I'll give you the gritty, realistic, honest answer. I am currently the biggest I've ever been. Closing in at nearly 400 pounds as a 31-year-old woman. I can confirm it's horribly uncomfortable. You get hot very, very easily. You get out of breath going up one flight of stairs. Your thighs touch even when you spread your legs out in bed at night. You sweat in embarrassing places. It's harder to keep a good smell. And showering is a lot of work and honestly is not a relaxing thing. You don't fit in the bath anymore. Struggle to lift your leg into your undies. And struggle to reach behind to wipe yourself on the loo. You're scared to leave the house because you think everyone is looking at you like, WOAHHHH. You wear baggy, comfy clothes and still feel uncomfy. Your joints ache for no reason. You get random pains in your body and just learn to accept it's either nothing or you're going to die. It's pretty awful. When I weighed about 300 pounds, I managed to lose weight and lost about 70 pounds. It was a great feeling, but I couldn't stick to it. The healthy eating sucked. The exercise sucked. Think of how uncomfy I've described being above. Then imagine trying to exercise when you're already that uncomfortable. It was too hard. And now I'm here at my biggest, depressed, anxious, lonely, and afraid to leave my house. But I still can't stop emotionally eating. And I know it'll kill me. So yeah, TLDR. It's physically uncomfortable, emotionally uncomfortable, and mentally uncomfortable. You feel it. You feel it like a mood in your body. The stillness and the fat. I didn't recognize that as what it was until I started actively losing weight. Now, if I don't move much and eat more than I should through a day, I can feel it. It feels like my body is currently storing fats. It makes you feel stiff. Makes you feel bad. Like your body is slowing down. Lethargic. Or tired. Working out. Getting a heartbeat and some muscle exercise, even if it isn't long, makes you feel energetic instead. Or remove some of this before bedtime. But that lethargy, that muscle tiredness, like my body felt unmotivated, used to be constant when I was obese. It is insane what a different attitude and what energy I bring now to then. It just feels better. My knees paid the iron price when I was obese. I'm fit now, but years of excess weight and pressure on them means I still can't and will probably never be able to do exercise moves that require jumping. If I lunge or squat wrong, those joints sing a terrible song. It's only uncomfortable when you have to do something lol. Anything at my own pace was fine. But when I'd go out on hikes with fit people, or offer to help someone move, I'd feel so exhausted and lethargic super quick compared to when I was in good shape. It really wasn't too bad though. I didn't feel different, even when I was 300 pounds. But then again, I wasn't a typical fat person. I went from in very good shape to obese in about 2 years. And I was active the whole time. I was just drinking 2,000 plus calories every night. I only lived with the weight briefly before getting back into good shape. And I could still run a 3-mile in under 30 minutes at my absolute peak. 320 pounds. 5 feet 11 inches. Obese since childhood. Forever back pain. Anterior pelvic tilt. Can't jump, run due to fear of injury. Compared to when I'm fit, it sucked. I could barely run a block without dying from being winded. I felt my body jiggle on the bus. My knees and feet would hurt from 40 minutes walks. On the other side of it, I feel 10x better, not just physically but emotionally. I truly believe a healthy body supports a healthy mind in so many ways. So yeah, it's super uncomfortable even though I was at most 100 pounds over my normal weight of 160. I wouldn't want to imagine being 200 or 300 pounds over a normal weight. It's probably painful in a lot of ways. Like I feel like it should be more acceptable to tell PPL when they are gaining too much weight. Because I feel like at some point it becomes a health and realistic lifestyle issue. Why do you think that's necessary? You said it yourself. You can tell when you're gaining and it feels uncomfortable. Why do you think fat people need to be told? Yes. Everything hurts all the time. The simplest task or chores and your mind is always against you. I'm very curious if really big people take massive dumps. Do 500-pound dudes have huge poos that fill the entire toilet bowl? I'm just a regular 170-pound dude and I've had a waterline breaking poo, but it never piled so high that it touched my butt. I would assume if you were huge and ate a huge meal you could feasibly make a huge poo. Can anyone verify? It is dependent on some factors. Being obese makes any joint pain you may already have worse as it puts more pressure on your joints. I have bad knees and my feet are fucked to say the least. So has bad back. These both hurt more the more we weigh. I find it harder to get comfortable in bed or sit in ways that used to be comfortable because of the pressure on specific joints. Usually my hips. I am currently at 340 pounds and I am 5'7". We have both been putting efforts into losing weight because we want to feel better and have less pain. But it hasn't been easy. I am significantly more active than I am a private student on a large campus where walking to class is the expectation and have to do farm chores at the university farm on a regular basis. He is disabled due to his back injury and several mental health issues. The weight affects his back more than mine affects my knees and feet, but I've also been told I have an almost inhuman tolerance for pain. My feet are fucked because I had no idea one of them was broken and it healed improperly. They both swell and I have to wear men's shoes due to the swelling. We are trying to lose weight to improve our lives and our pain levels. I'm not obese, but I've gotten overweight from a lean and thin frame. I'm talking a 30 pounds difference and I'm very uncomfortable. I'm really working on this but have some medical issues. When I stand up, it takes much more effort. I've noticed when I bend over I tend to squat less and bend at my back more. When I do squat down I lean my elbow on one arm. My posture and balance is all wrong. Everything I do feels so slow moving. The weight feels heavier carrying around. It's not like my muscles and bones grew too. I have more back pain and get stiff chronically. Walking takes more effort and just sitting it feels like my upper arms stick to my armpit area. That's hard to describe. Little things I've done my whole life have become harder. Like shaving. Because the shape isn't what I'm familiar with, that surprised me the most. Clothes are uncomfortable and everything feels tight even when they're not. I've been big for as long as I can remember. So what you might consider uncomfortable is normal for me. So from my point of view nothing's different. Though as a fat but person that's in better shape than most of us. Walk 8 to 10 miles a day. I hate people that get winded walking 20 feet just to buy cigarettes, or those that have let themselves go so much they need the electric scooters. It creeps up on you slowly, so the loss of mobility isn't so noticeable. When health problems arise, the weight gain happens much faster. And at that point, your health issues make exercising and losing weight more difficult. Physical mobility is a case of use it or lose it. Yes, it is. Back pain. Easily get tired. The clothes don't fit. Snoring. Joint pain. Most of this thing can happen to any shape, but it is almost guaranteed to happen to you if you are obese. I suffer and I'm not even that obese. I drop like 30 pounds and still I'm fat enough to have back pain and get tired just to walk the stairs. I am not even obese. Just a bit overweight. I am uncomfortable as all hell at current 220 pounds but feel amazingly light on my feet and great at 180 pounds. I'd imagine actual obese people are very uncomfortable. I didn't realize how uncomfortable I was. But I recently lost 60 pounds. Holy cow. I breathe better. Move better. Everything hurts less. Can sit more comfortably. Can stand longer. Walk longer. My shoes don't hurt. I could go on and on. I had read at one time that being overweight was the equivalent of carrying your excess weight in a backpack, and I didn't believe it. But now I certainly do.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.